there I am down at the marina when she walks up and says, "Skipper, how come you never take me for a ride on your skiff?" I said, "Baby, climb aboard." So she's looking all around and she says, "What is that?" I said, "What's what?" She says, "That." I said, "Well, that's my Johnson." She says, "But it's so big." I said, "Yeah, it's a big old Johnson. I got a big old Johnson. I got a great big Johnson. I got a long shaft Johnson. I got a big old Johnson. I got a big old Johnson. Don't need no effing room." So she says, "How do we get this thing started?" I said, "Well, first you got to prime it." She says, "How do I do that?" I said, "Well, you reach down there and grab that ball and you give it a little squeeze." She said, "Like this?" I said, "Just like that." So there she was, squeezing on my Johnson, squeezing on my Johnson. She was squeezing on my Johnson. Yeah, squeezing on my Johnson. She was squeezing on my Johnson. Don't need no effing room. She said, "Now what do I do?" I said, "Well, you got to set the choke." She says, "I have to do that?" I said, "Absolutely." So there she was, choking on my Johnson, choking on my Johnson. She was choking on my Johnson, oh, choking on my Johnson. She was choking on my Johnson. Don't need no effing room. She said, "Now what?" I said, "Well, you got to reach over there, get a good firm grip, and give it a pull." She said, "Like this?" I said, "Yeah, just like that." So there she was, pulling on my Johnson, pulling on my Johnson. She was tugging on my Johnson, yeah, pulling on my Johnson. She was pulling on my Johnson. Don't need no effing room. She said, "Skipper, I'm really impressed with your power head, but I think something's wrong with your lower unit, because I don't feel anything." I said, "Baby, there's nothing wrong with my lower unit. The reason why you don't feel anything is because you didn't set the trim on it." She said, "I got to do that?" I said, "You betcha." So there she was. She set the trim on my Johnson, set the trim on my Johnson. She set the trim on my Johnson, set the trim on my Johnson. She set the trim on my Johnson. Don't need no effing room. And away we go. I got a big old Johnson. I got a great big Johnson. I got a long shaft Johnson. Got a big old Johnson. She was squeezing on my, choking on my, pulling on and trimming on my. She says, "Do we need some lubrication?" "No, baby, it's a 4-stroke. Don't forget to put the plug in."